that the curse of Lord Ram has fallen on the Bharatiya Janata Party. You know, you came to power on the temple card by assuring and by fooling the country that you would build a temple for Lord Ram, and after that you go and pay obeisance to Jinnah. So certain things are divine, and that is what has happened with the Bharatiya Janata Party. I always believe that they will never get a chance of coming back to power at the center with this kind of a scenario which is prevailing within the BJP. The problem with BJP is like, and that's where I differ with Dr. Patra, that BJP doesn't have tall leaders. Actually, BJP has got a hell lot of poster boys within the party itself, whose main tendency is just to creep and fight and beat and take the hog the limelight in front of the media channels. And Mr. Advani leads that. You know, like he has a tendency of hogging the limelight in media, and he does that, and he does it very beautifully, sometimes causing very heavy damage to the party, at times also speaking of the reality. And I guess for a change, for the first time, Mr. Advani has said the reality which is prevailing within the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Dr. Patra wants to respond to you, but after this caller who's joining us from Kashmir, Ghulam Qadir joins us. Ghulam, go ahead.
हेलो
जी बताइए।
मैं उर्दू में बात करना चाहता हूँ इन लोगों से।
हाँ जी
हेलो
जी जी हम आपको सुन पा रहे हैं, बताइए।
हाँ जी, ये जो हाल ही में 6 दिसंबर का मसला हुआ है, जो बीजेपी ने मतलब उस पर कांग्रेस रोक सकती है, मगर ये तो उनके इसलिए कर दिया गया कि ये मुसलमानों से दूर हो जाए बीजेपी।
I won't respond now.
All right, let me bring in Dr. Sambit Patra here. Dr. Patra, you were wanting to respond to what Dr. Datta said.
I want to be very candid. I don't want to be political at all.
Sure.
My able friend Mr. Datta said that Advani ji leads a pack of poster boys who know the art of hogging the limelight in media. I believe the stature of Advani ji is such that he doesn't need media. He doesn't need to hog the limelight. A man of 85, I've been close to Mr. Advani, I've seen his life. A man of 85, who still stands tall, who understands the complexity of the Indian politics as it is, who has a clear vision about the future of the country. I believe he's not just a man, he is a hermit, he is a tapaswi. Because at the age of 85, conceptualizing the future of the country is a tedious and a big job in itself. And he does not need to have the limelight because he's a man who entered the organization at the age of 14, who has traveled. He is one of the only persons of the present day politics who has traveled the length and the breadth of the country. 6 Rath Yatras. He has gone to every nook and corner of the country. He doesn't need medias and cameras.
No, I differ on this, and I have strong views on this. 6 Rath Yatras at what cost? For burning the whole nation? If you call that for the benefit of the country, that was not at all beneficial for it was not at all beneficial for the nation. It was suicidal for the nation. Let me finish, and then please.
You interjected when I was speaking,
and then you can counter me. You know, this was all these 6 Rath Yatras were suicidal for the country. First and foremost, there was communal carnage throughout the country. Especially, I remember the Ram Rath Yatra from Somnath to Ayodhya, and what happened after that. The whole nation knows this, and the whole nation is not going to pardon Bharatiya Janata Party for this. The second thing is, like, if Advani ji doesn't want to hog in the limelight, then why is it that before 2009 election, he had to go to Pakistan and he had to, bow down in front of the Mazar of Jinnah and claim that he was one of the secular leaders of undivided India, when the whole Indian history knows, and several historians have proved it again and again, that the partition of this country had taken place because Jinnah was very much responsible for it. On what ground Mr. Advani says that Jinnah was secular, if it is not just for hogging the limelight?
There are plenty of questions being raised here. I will ask Sambit Patra to respond to you as well, but after I take this caller, KK Jha joins us from Delhi. KK Jha, go ahead.
Hello, ma'am. My problem is this with this gentleman on the left. Hello.
जी, बताइए, tell us.
The man who is wearing the specs, he says that Advani ji went to Pakistan and he paid obeisance to Jinnah. The world knows that Jinnah was equally secular. It's not that the Advani ji was telling the lie. The first speech of Mr. Jinnah in the Constituent Assembly, he has not gone through that. And the person who is responsible for division of Pakistan, solely Jinnah is not responsible. Why not Gandhi, Nehru?
Why do you forget the Hindu Mahasabha? Come to that fast.
See, if
I
believe, let us not draw swords of a pseudo-secularist forces,
before you
Pseudo-secularism should not
question the
dictate the
credentials
debates.
of Nehru and Gandhi, you should question the misgivings of the Hindu Mahasabha in relation to the partition of the country. Let us not go deep down into those dark alleys of history, and let us talk about the present scenario.
No, it's very
in the
essential.
country.
It's very
let's hold
important,
on.
Mr. Datta, that we bring in those issues, because the caller was absolutely right when he was pointing towards something, and he has the freedom to do that. But I believe the kind of picture that you and many of the callers are trying to paint of BJP and Mr. Advani is totally uncalled for, because I believe we are the only ray of hope for the future of this nation with the kind of scams that is raining every day and the kind of new divisive ways that the Congress is bringing into the forefront. I believe BJP is the only
All right.
option.
I agree to that.
Dr. Patra and Dr. Datta, if you could just hold on. Another caller from Mumbai has joined us. Rajpal, go ahead.